Hey, dude.
Hey, what's up?
Well, let me make sure I've got my audio rocking the right way that it should. Oh, I think. Let's check. Can you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can. How's my audio? Is it better?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, good.
You sound great, my man. How's the rest of your day?
Pretty good. Probably spent a good 4 hours on Chat GPT.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. What were you creating?
I said create a course outline for low voltage technicians for copper cable. And it created the whole outline, and then I had it do every single section. I said create the entire course for each section, and then I turned all those into a blog post. I want to see if it gets indexed by Google. So I think I've got like 10 additional blog posts, and it's an entire course on low voltage copper cable, and it looks pretty good actually.
Dude.
Yeah, and then I started testing out the speech to text software, like the paid stuff, like the good stuff that sounds like natural. So I want to pump that into there and then do the YouTube automation kind of like methodology. I just want to see like how far I can get with it. And it might even be a viable course that like I could give away for free or charge a small fee for to be like an entry level low voltage technician. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting enough to put effort into it and not get blindsided by this technology once it starts taking over everything.
Dude, that is flipping awesome.
Yeah, I'll show you some other time. I gotta get this live thing working, but I'll show you what I did with the blog post and everything. Looks pretty good.
I'd love to see that. I mean, how many hours would that frickin' take to, do manually? I mean, shit.
40,
Yeah,
50, and I don't even have the writing skills or the wherewithal. It would have costed me a few $1,000s to pay somebody on Upwork or even overseas. Like but it's not even going to be as good because their English is not their first language.
right.
You know.
Yeah, the shit never would have gotten done.
No, and I wrote a book. I crowdsourced a structured cabling book, and it was okay. Like I used pictures from the community. Like I got permission to use like pictures from people, like ambassadors and whatnot. And we all sat down and listed out all the different tools and hardware and training and everything. And I paid some guy to help me write it. He did a terrible job. I wasted a bunch of money on that. And then I just rewrote a lot of it myself. Got other people to help me, and it still wasn't that good.
Dude, I've been there. I've hired help and been like, when the final product came back to me, I'm like, oh fuck, I should have just done this shit myself.
Yeah. And you're like, do I send it back to get corrected by the same person or just chalk it up as an L?
Yep. You chalk it up and move on.
It's a good learning experience. Learned a lot.
Dude, well, I haven't played around with the graph GPT or whatever, I forget the name of it, Open GPT or
Chat
Chat
GPT. Yeah.
I played around with it a little bit, but not to that extent. So I need to sit some time.
I'm obsessed with it, man. Like I just want to play on it all day long.
Dude.
Hold on.
Powerful. Yeah, I mean, creating content that never would have been created. too much headache. The headache's gone. The barrier of entry has been dissolved.
Yeah. And it's only going to get better very quickly. It like doubles every couple months or 3 months, like the technology and like the processor or like the computing power every 3 months. Compared to Moore's law, which is like every 2 years or 18 months. It's just
right.
doubling. It's doubling every 3 months.
Freaking wild. What a time.
What a time to be a human.
Truly. Truly.
All right, let me get this YouTube dialed in. Let me focus.
Hi, Christina. Oh, here, Christina, while we're doing our thing, let me get this PDF to you. Coming at you. I can't hear you. I don't know if your mic is away from you or. There we go. Let me see what that looks like. Whatever I just gave you.
So the YouTube, I had it scheduled for the wrong date, but I wonder if I can still go live. Dang it. That's still weird.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. It's low.
Yeah, you sound like you're about 10 feet away from a microphone. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
I'm going to try the YouTube live regardless of what the date is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like, I think 4 people tune in last time. I don't have a huge audience on YouTube, but I want to get up there.
Hey, dude, I mean,
got to start somewhere.
Good. Snowflakes to the snowball.
Exactly.
No worries. I mean, ultimately, you know, even if we don't get a whole lot of folks on the lives, I mean, it'll grow over time. It's not a doubt in my mind. But especially, you know, you'll be running your ads and we're chatting about that and whatnot. But
yeah,
ultimately, what we can end up doing is taking our trainings here, and then they go into their own little funnel with its own landing page, and people opt in and watch it at any time. So that's what I'm going to end up doing with the videos that we're creating. So everything that we do is its own lead magnet that can be promoted outside of the event.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then chopped up, you know, you can use whatever video editing software you want, chop it up into smaller pieces, put it on Instagram, you know, whatever. Well, I got some good stuff to share today, I think.
Can you hear me now without the mic?
There she is.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Maybe my little headset went bad.
Yeah,
there's some like hissing or something. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of noise going on.
It might be some feedback.
Oh, you know why?
I
can tell you why. Because I wear hearing aids and there's a buzz. If I don't have them in, there's a strong buzz.
Okay.
You might have been hearing that.
Still kind of, I don't know if it's feedback from our voice. I think it's gone now.
Yeah, it was my hearing aids.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, because they emit a frequency. See, I don't hear it because I'm deaf.
Oh.
Everybody's always like, "What's that noise?" It's when my hearing aids are out.
Oh, so it was by your computer?
It was right here.
Oh, okay.
That's
Gotcha.
what you just were hearing. Sorry. Just keeping you on your toes tonight.
Yeah.
Make sure we're ready.
I interviewed this one guy on the podcast, and his microphone was right here, like on his headset, and he was so nervous, his heart was beating real fast, and you could hear it like the dump, the dump, the dump, the entire podcast.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a trip.
Okay. The giveaway is ready to go.
Okay.
Awesome.
And the email sequence.
Oh, this is the first time we've done it from the business page. So let's hope that it works.
Right.
Keep you on your toes. You guys are just like, just make it work. We don't care. Just make it work, Blake.
It's all good.
Always DMing with your problems.
Well, the beautiful thing is like when you finally like have it all figured out, Facebook is going to change something.
That's the problem.
Because it'll just like mess it up. Be like, okay, now I can't do it this way. How else?
Yeah.
Like literally every time, just how it is. You got like, even if you write this nice checklist, it'll probably change.
All right, we're going live on YouTube first. Sweet. We're live on YouTube. Rock and roll. We are going live on Facebook. We should be live on the Facebook group. Can you guys confirm that? Do you see it?
I'll go in and look there.
Yeah, check and make sure you can chime in. But we can get started. So, let's see here. I think we've got an exciting event planned today, don't we, Aaron? One of our favorite topics, at least one of my favorite topics, is Facebook ads. I know that Facebook ads have been pretty impactful for my business, for Low Voltage Nation and a couple other ads that I run, companies that I run ads for. So super excited. So yeah, welcome everybody. We are on the weekly power hour for Low Voltage. And we have Christina and Aaron from Low Volt Lead Machine. We do this every week. These aren't sales pitches. These are jam-packed with value. We want to help you guys. If you're an integrator, installer, you own a low voltage company, we got a ton of tips. Aaron's going to walk through a bunch of stuff that he's done in his business to be successful and how we can help you guys be successful too. So, Aaron, if you want to take it away, my man, we are ready.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Merry post-Christmas and Happy New Year. Hopefully everybody's having a good week this week. I know I am. My kids are home from school and my mom's over, so grandma's in the house. So it is, it's getting wild over there.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of a free-for-all week. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My kids are 2 and 6, so they're having a blast with grandma. We're having a good time. Like you mentioned a little bit ago, Blake, I'm really excited to chat about today's topic too, because I've worked within Facebook and Business Manager and run ads, not only for my business, but other businesses as well. So I'm excited to share a bit of a framework today to help everybody watching this video and get it kicked off in the right direction, so that you're not just throwing spaghetti against the wall or starting from scratch, but a real nice framework and a system by which you can assemble an ad for a service that your company provides, and be fairly confident that you're going to find success on Facebook, rather than, which is the case for so many, they create an ad, it burns out, or they don't get any leads, they've spent money, and they feel burned by their experience. That happens an awful lot.
Every time I mention Facebook ads in the context of low voltage companies and running ads, are like, I tried it once and it was terrible. I was like, well, how much did you spend? It's like, I spent $300. I was like, okay. What did you learn from it? And did you try again? They're like, no.
Well, they
So,
go
never get discouraged. I wasted a lot of money because I didn't know what I was doing, but I was willing. I knew that I could spend $1,000 and learn from it. But hopefully you're going to shortcut that and we don't have to spend $1,000 to learn. We can learn from our mistakes.
Or there's sometimes you dabbled into it because you don't know it yet, and you get into the first or second step and you're like, whoa, this is over my head.
Yes.
With the options. So
100%. And I'm not going to go too far back into Business Manager today. I really don't want to get into the weeds of the technical aspects of going and actually creating the ad itself, but I want to give the fundamentals. I think a secondary video, perhaps next week, we can kind of springboard off of the training today and maybe share a little bit more on the implementation. Today, I really wanted to share more on the proven frameworks, the structure, the why, the big why behind, and a little bit of the how-to. And maybe next week we can go into more in depth on the how-to.
Okay.
I think that would probably benefit. We'll make this a 2-part series, and they'll complement each other very nicely. And that way it gives a broader picture of what needs to be done in order to avoid feeling burned, feeling like you've wasted money, and feeling like it's just out of the window without, like you mentioned, Blake, any information or data that you've been collected, and what have you really learned. So let me share my screen and we'll just start rolling. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. Where is share screen? Here we go. 2 monitors. This one here. Boom. Can you guys see?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. How to generate leads for your low volt business using Facebook ads, following proven frameworks, and without boosting posts or posting cat videos or bothering your family. I remember when I first got started years ago and somebody mentioned Facebook ads, I was like, what am I serving ads to, like my family and like people that I knew in high school? This is not the case. And we're not posting viral cat vids. And if Facebook asks you to boost a post or you've done that, number one, don't do it without at least some sort of background and do it. Just don't do it. But number two, if you have done it, you know not to do it now.
Just a quick thing here, Aaron. I saw somebody comment that they can't hear any sound on the video. So just a note, if you're watching us live on the video itself on the Facebook page or YouTube, if you're not hearing volume and your volume's turned up, click on to the bottom right of the image to turn up your volume. Just notice that the default was all the way down.
Perfect. Good call. Yeah, hopefully our audio is coming through and we're transmitting. It seems like we are.
Yeah, if somebody could give like we hear you in the comments, that would be awesome. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments in the Facebook group. We'll answer them as they come in.
For sure. Good call. Let's move it along here. So most people that struggle with making ads and having Facebook ads be a success for them is because they don't follow a framework, right? Maybe they've gone through a course, or maybe they just jumped right into Business Manager, but they don't necessarily have a framework to put the ad together that's tied to the actual structure to make it a revenue generating type of activity for your business. And so today we're going to give you the framework for free, plus an ad example that ticks all of the boxes for the framework I'm going to share. Okay. And before we get there, just wanted to share, why Facebook ads. Number one, your people are on Facebook. For sure, your target audience is on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook. Your people that buy from you are on Facebook, guaranteed, hands down. So that's number one. Number two, they are quick to launch. So once you get the hang of it, it's real simple to just get an ad out there, get a service out there, and start putting you out into the marketplace. So, you don't have to wait an extended period of time, like trying to get on TV or radio or anything like that. It literally is, I can be on with an offer out there within the next 24 hours, right? Or less, depending on your skill level. And number three, the power of the data and the Facebook pixel. And Blake, you and I were chatting with Christina earlier today. You were working on all that stuff and all the technical hullabaloo on the back end.
It's so important. The Facebook pixel is so important, tracking everything across sites and their behavior, for sure.
Yeah, and that's something. Oh, go ahead, Christina.
Just want to make sure we're definitely going to touch on that. So just really pay attention because there's way more about that as we continue.
Yes, that's exactly right. The concept of the pixel, most folks are aware of, like Google Analytics, right? Where you can track the people that visit your website, you can find out where they came from, that sort of thing. The pixel is similar to that in that it's a snippet of code that you place on your website or your landing pages, and it assists with Facebook being able to capture data. And I have a good quote here: the more data that is collected, your ad begins to be presented to people who look like the people who took your desired action. Okay. So the more that your ad is out there being served and the more leads that it generates, Facebook is taking that data and saying, well, I'm going to present this ad to more people that look like those people that took that action that we want them to take. So incredibly, incredibly powerful. It's not a blanket TV commercial or radio commercial where everybody is going to hear it or see it. Facebook begins to collect the data of the ad being served. And based on what we tell Facebook, we say, hey, I want to go get leads. It begins to say, all right, well, this person and that person and this person and that person became leads. Well, guess what? I'm going to show people this ad that look like those people that took the action. Extremely, extremely powerful.
Mm-hmm. Can I share something here, Aaron?
Please.
To share it even more deep in just another layer is, when you go search for something on Amazon, a pair of shoes, and then those shoes follow you all over the internet for the next 5 days. That is the power of the pixel. You are pixeled. So just in another way to share that with you. I think we've all had that happen.
Yeah. You land somewhere, and the next thing you know, you're seeing the ad on your phone. You're seeing it on your tablet. You're seeing it on YouTube. You're seeing, well, YouTube's a different marketing channel, but you're all of a sudden just seeing it everywhere, right? That's exactly right, and that's the power of the Facebook pixel, is that all of a sudden I saw the ad or I did the thing on Facebook, but now I'm on a news site. I'm over here on somewhere completely different, and I'm seeing that ad again. That's exactly right. So with that in mind, and the pixel and Facebook ads, really, what is the goal? The goal for our business ultimately is to generate a customer, generate revenue. But our first primary goal here is to get leads, book appointments, right? And then create awareness that can become our future leads. And very, very powerful here is that data is being collected by Facebook. And not only are we maximizing our potential to get as many leads as possible using the Facebook pixel and the data behind it, maximize our appointments, but then also create awareness for future leads in our town. So those are the three main goals. And let me just share here what paid ads are and what they are not. So this is beginning to go into the framework I'm going to share here in just a moment. Okay. And so very, very important that your ads are, number one, they're specific to a target audience. So specific to a target audience. Number two, you have a strong offer. Okay, that is crucial. You want to have a strong offer associated with the service that you are trying to generate leads for. So we see how we're narrowing down. We're narrowing down our audience. We're narrowing down our offer to present to that audience, and we're solving a problem for that audience. Okay. So if we can solve a problem with a strong offer for a specific person, that is how we're able to generate at a higher clip, a higher conversion rate, a lead off of Facebook. Okay. After we've generated that lead, it's crucial to follow up and nurture that lead, whether it's via email or text message, up until the point you actually have the appointment with that person. Okay. Whether that's a physical appointment, a Zoom call, a phone call, whatever it is. We've spent the time, we've spent the money to generate the lead and book the appointment. Now there's that period of time from when that appointment's been booked to the time we actually fulfill on the meeting. That nurture period needs to be filled with communication. So crucial. And a lot of folks drop the ball right there. They assume that the appointment's been set. I'll meet you there at a specific date, etc. And if we don't have follow-up and nurture and communication in that window of time, guess what happens? No calls, no shows, other companies that are able to get in there before you, and you're leaving a lot of relationship building opportunities off the table if you don't have that nurture period where you're continuing the communication after the appointment, after they become a lead and the appointment's been set. That nurture is crucial. So conversely, paid ads are not. They're not broad audience. It's not coming to the table with a weak offer. It is not solving a problem, and it's not following up or nurturing. So we need to have all of these things, right? Specific, strong offer, solve a problem, and follow up and nurture. So to put this in context, the best way to kind of think about this is, which service can I provide? So as like for example, our business in Reno, we're licensed low voltage contractor. We provide a number of services, right? You might provide access control. You might provide security and surveillance. You might provide structured cabling. You might come in and clean up other cabling messes. Think of the service. So which service can I provide that I can assemble a strong offer for, solve a problem, and speak to a specific audience? Okay. So solve a problem for a specific person. So let me share an example of this. Okay. So an example, surveillance, security. You're a security installer, you do the security cams. The audience are small business owners in your city. Okay. You could even get more specific on the audience for this, but we kind of want to keep it that's pretty narrowly focused. Small business owners in my city, especially depending on how big your city is and whatnot. So this is my service I want to get leads for. This is my audience, right? I've narrowed it down. It's not everybody in my city. It's small business owners in my city. And then what's their problem? What's the problem that I can solve? So a lot of small business owners, they have surveillance, or they have security cameras, right? And they have down cameras. They have poor coverage. They can't locate footage when a crime occurs, right? Or an incident has happened and they go to their NVR or DVR and where's the footage? You know, I can't tell you how many times I've come into a situation, and even police, you know, they come in, they've gotten a call, they come to your site. Hey, can I pull up the footage for such and such a date at such and such a time? Guess what? I don't know. So this is a problem probably some business owners in your town have faced, right? So now we have our service, we have our audience, we have our problem. What can we do for our offer? How do we come at an offer to solve this problem? And one offer here is like a free security site audit, or surveillance camera site audit, surveillance camera health check, more or less, where we're coming in, we're going to audit your location, address, view which cameras are down, why you have poor coverage, why some cameras, you know, is it a wiring issue? Is it this? Is that? More or less, hey, I'm going to come and diagnose the problems for free. And then I'm going to present the solutions for you at that time, right? So this is ticking all the boxes here for our framework, right? We have to narrow down our service, narrow down our audience, address and fix a problem, and then come at it with a strong offer. Okay, does that make sense to everybody so far? I don't want to get ahead of myself here. All right, cool. If there's any comments in Facebook or on YouTube, just drop a question or what have you, and happy to answer. So, go ahead, Christina.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I think not everybody understands, like, when they first do a Facebook ad about making an offer, right? A lot of times you'll see people put ads out, be like, they're just doing like awareness. Like, hey, I'm here. Like, and like nobody likes it, nobody does anything, nobody takes any action, right? So the reason we put an offer is to get the interest when they see that, to take action, to reach out to you. Okay, so I just want to point that out, because so many in the beginning, you know, make that mistake, right? When you make a mistake, you're just putting money, I like to say, in the Facebook shredder. Because Facebook isn't giving you any money back for you not doing it correctly. They're going to gladly take your money, and they'll keep spending it if you forget to turn it off. So I just want to share that little bit of Facebook ad humor there, but I'll let you go on.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Christina, because our end goal, and I mentioned it a few slides above, right? The end goal is not to get likes, it's not to get comments, it's not to even get shares, although those things are great ancillary benefits, right? Those are like vanity metrics, so to speak. What we want are leads. We want leads for our business. We want those leads to be appointments, and we want to convert those appointments into sales, right? This is a business-minded exercise. We're just leveraging Facebook as our communications channel to get our target audience in front of our ad to convert them into business for us. That's exactly right. And so Christina, you mentioned something very crucial there, is when people, and I think we'll go into this next week when we go maybe a little more granular and we go into Business Manager and Facebook and actually how to set this up for your business. But we don't want to set up our ad and tell Facebook, hey, Facebook, I want likes and comments and engagement on my ad. We're actually going to tell Facebook, hey, we want you to direct people to my landing page that take advantage of this offer, right? So it's like programming a little machine and programming Facebook to go out and do this, not likes and shares and that sort of stuff. So great point. And that's actually a great little springboard to kind of chat about the framework here and give a 30,000 foot overview of what it is exactly we're talking about. And so this might look a little small right here. I'm going to pull it up on another screen so I can share it with everybody the framework here of what this looks like. Okay. So this guy here. All right. So here is we're chatting about the Facebook ad here, but past the Facebook ad, when somebody actually clicks on the ad, they're going to land on your landing page. Okay. And the landing page is one page singularly designed for people to put their information in and take advantage of the offer that you've presented in the ad. We're not sending them to your homepage of your website. We're not sending them to some site page that has multiple services on it. We're sending them to one single page that is specific to the service that we are advertising for and is specific to the people that we're advertising to, right? So this opt-in page, so many people, this is another, Christina, you hit the nail on the head. If you can give Facebook money and they'll gladly take it. They will gladly take your money all day long, and they do it especially and with very little to no results for people that spend money on ads and direct people to like their homepage of their website or a landing page that has multiple services on it and is not clear about the next step or the thing that we want people to do. Right? So our landing page has to have the offer. It has to be clear on what we're offering. In this case, our offer is the free surveillance camera health check. Okay. The things that we will do. And do this. Here's what I want you to do. Put in your name and email. Do this to take the next step, to take advantage of the offer. Okay. This page does not include, for advertising security, it does not include the things that we do for structured cabling, the things that we do for access control, the things that we do for this or that or the other. It is specific to the ad and the people. Very, very important. We cannot, what's the phrase? A confused mind always says no, right? So if we attract people to a landing page based on an ad and we tell them in the ad, hey, free offer, security health check, security cameras, this is what we're going to do. And then they land on the landing page and we're talking all sorts of mumbo jumbo about how we install servers and racks and video walls. Not good.
Just threw your money away.
So congruency is the name of the game. We got to be congruent with our ad to our landing page with a solid call to action. What do I do? I mean, and they only do one thing. I only want you to do one thing here, and that's put in your name and email. That's it. After they've done that, they'll land on a thank you page, and the thank you page congratulates them, says thank you for opting in. Here's the next step to take advantage of that offer. Okay. And in this case, we want them to book on our calendar to make an appointment so we can come out and do our audit or diagnosis of their surveillance system. Okay. So we'll dive into the more of the specifics of these down the line, but this is the general overview, right? And let me just share one more little thing of the importance of this sequence, because these are little micro yeses, right? Little tiny micro yeses. We're not asking for a whole lot of commitment until we get to them to book on the calendar, right? We're saying, hey, do you want this free thing in the ad? Okay, well, the free thing is also, the way to get it is to put your name and email here. Okay, now you put your name and email. Well, we know you want it now. So the last thing you need to do is book with us. Little tiny yeses as we move forward, right? All of which have a specific audience, solve their problem, have a strong offer. I'll give a reason. I'll chat about that here in a moment with their call to action. Last thing, we chatted about nurture earlier. Here's the post. They've now booked. They've become a lead. They're on our calendar. We're going to go see them tomorrow or the next day, whenever they've happened to book. That is when we need to have our nurture sequence in place of the emails and text messages that follow up until the point where we have our meeting. Okay. So this is our nurture sequence that we chatted about earlier, and how important that is in this whole sequence of events.
Mhm. Just to share with everybody following along today or watching this after we chat today, we are going to share this with you, these documents.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody has full access to these documents, and this framework and this structure, because this framework right here is you can take this and more or less, hey, this is the service I want to advertise for, I want to market for. Here's the framework. Here's how I'm going to create the ad around it. Okay. So let's quickly chat about this framework a little more, and let me take you over to an ad example that everybody will have access to as well. Okay. So sticking with our service here, sticking with the same offer, the whole shoot and match. Let me bring us over to an ad example that ticks all these boxes. So this is the framework here, low voltage services Facebook ad structure. Necessary elements to include. Okay. 1, specific audience. 2, solve a problem. 3, strong offer. 4, give a reason. And then 5, call to action. Okay. So, oh, and Christine, I think I need to get this PDF over to you. I gave you the slide deck, but I'll get this one to you as well. So this is like the ad text, and just place your mind right now on Facebook for a moment. You're scrolling through, you're on your phone, you got Netflix in the background, but you know your couch and you're looking at your phone, and boom, an ad pops up on your phone, and it reads something like this: attention, Denver small business owners. Well, I'm a small business owner in Denver. I stop my scroll, right? Because it's speaking to a specific audience. Okay, well, now it's got my attention. Hey, frustrated with your surveillance system not fully working? Always seem that you have one or more cameras offline? When you try to pull up footage of an incident, are you able to retrieve the video? Ugh. And if you do find the footage, can you make out who the perpetrators are? Stop the frustration and get your surveillance. Okay, so hold on. Let me just back up. Specific audience, this line. Solve a problem. Well, let's address the problem. Here's their problem. Frustrated, always seem you have more than one camera offline. Try to pull up the footage and you can't retrieve it, or you can't make out people on the video because the quality is so poor. That we're addressing the problem. Okay. Stop the frustration and get your surveillance system fixed with a free site visit and surveillance system health check. Okay, got it. Free site visit. Strong offer. Give a reason. To kick off 2023, we're giving away 10 free security and surveillance site audits to our fellow Denver small business owners. That's our reason. Okay. Always try and give people a reason to take action, right? Whatever it happens to be. You know, in this case, we're limiting it to 10 free things, and because we're kicking off in 2023. That's just a good rule of thumb, to give a reason of why you're doing something. And then call to action. Well, here's how you do it. Click here to learn more, or click here to take advantage of your free site audit. Have the link. We fix broken cameras, failing systems, blind spots, lack of coverage, non-functioning, analog, digital. Click here. Another call to action. And then headline, free security system health check. We could even have our for Denver small business owners. Okay. And then your image creative, it's free surveillance system checkup. And then real simple, we'll chat about this next week and how to put this all together, assemble all of these pieces so they actually fit together within, and how to run the ad and all of that. But very simple targeting, more or less. We're going to target folks in our city that, in this case, I'd probably go a little bit older, that are business owners, and that this is who our ad is going to be presented to. And it addresses all of the elements that we need in our framework in order to speak to a specific person, solve their problem, and get them to take action, which ultimately will convert into a lead for us. Hopefully that makes sense for everybody here. Drop a comment or question if you have any questions so far, or if Blake or Christina, you want to chat about anything on this particular document here.
Mm-hmm. Well, just to share, like we put it simplified here in a document for you to really see. You really can actually take some of this, massage it, and run with it, right? And in a very simple way. We'll show more how this gets actually applied into the ad itself next week. But I think we've all seen that ad where it's like calling somebody out, right? Hey, attention, Denver small business owners, So we've all seen something like that. So we're calling attention. And then it's super important that you have some kind of image, right? So you have an image saved here that you'd want to use in the image of the ad. And think of like what'll get people's attention.
As you're presenting this, I just saw an ad pop up on my Facebook, and it's one of my ads, and it got my attention because it's my ad. But then I'm looking at the headline as you're saying, calling out the person, the specific avatar, the specific person that you want to target. I realized that I didn't do that, so I'm learning something right now. But I need to stop this ad, figure out my targeting so I don't target myself, and also target the people that are supposed to be targeted by calling them out in the headline. So I have some work to do. So thank you.
Definitely, you want to exclude yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't keep, because you're getting charged.
Yeah. I mean, the ad looks good, but I don't need to see it. It's costing me money.
You're adding to the Facebook Scholarship Fund.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think next week what we'll do is we'll chat about exactly that. How to exclude yourself so you don't see your ads, how to structure the campaign properly, so that we're getting in front of the right audience, we're appearing in the right places, and we are positioned as to where we're going to stop the scroll, as it's called, right? Get the attention. And then get to convert based on that strong offer and call to action, and really show how to do all of that back within Facebook Business Manager. And if everybody sticks with us here, can really have a strong foundation and understanding of how to make this a success, even if you haven't had success with it in the past. So let me get this PDF over to you, Christina, and
as soon as I get that added in, I'll share the link for everybody.
Perfect.
Within the comments.
Perfect. Yes. So we're going to share a link to the slide deck here that we have, as well as this Facebook ad example in the comments, so everybody will have access to everything that we've shared here today. And Blake mentioned when we first got started, everything that we put together on these marketing power hours that we have every Thursday, we want everybody to walk away with these with something tangible that you can implement into your business, and with clarity and confidence. Okay, so if you don't have clarity, please ask a question in the comments, and we're here to help you. We're here to help you. We want everybody to walk away with something that's going to improve your business every week.
And I think at the very least, having an understanding of the fundamentals and what's actually possible with Facebook Business Manager and Facebook ads will put you way ahead of your competition. Whereas maybe you don't have time to run the ads, you'll be able to hire somebody to do that for you. And maybe even a future session would be how to go on to like Upwork or Fiverr or somewhere and get somebody to help you with the copy, the creative, and even doing ad buying for you. So, but having that fundamental understanding is crucial to know what's possible.
Blake, you hit the nail on the head. Understanding, yes, the framework here, so that when you do ultimately you want to pass this off to somebody to run it, you're running your business. You don't want to be stuck in business manager or running your ads.
Yeah.
But to know what they're doing, and you can look at it and say, well, they're doing a good job, or this needs some work, without that understanding back here, they could be running your business and just spending ad money and not converting, and you don't know why.
Yep.
So that's a solid point, Blake.
Yeah, and as a business owner, you could tell them to attend the weekly marketing power hour with Low Voltage Nation and Low Volt Lead Machine. Say, hey, go watch these webinars and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And just a little safety tip here as you're first dabbling into Facebook ads. When you go to start to create one, make sure your campaign is turned off until you're really ready for it to run.
That's a good one.
Otherwise, your ad may start running and you don't even have it completed. And Facebook is starting to spend your money.
Yeah, let's highlight that next week when we go and build it, and make sure that when we turn it on, it's going to start when we want it to start, instead of spending money when that is unnecessary.
Yeah, I just like to add that because sometimes people get ahead of themselves and then they don't realize what happened.
Yeah, and get the Meta app for your phone so you can monitor all your stuff, and that goes across Instagram and Facebook. So get the Meta Ads app on Google Play and iOS, Apple Store.
There you go. Well, I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to put together today. I didn't want to blast everybody with a super fire hose of info, but at least walk away with some actionable understanding and the value of how to take Facebook ads and use them the right way.
Cool.
With the solid framework here, this audience, problem, offer, reason, call to action. And then next week let's dive in and put all the puzzle pieces together, so we can jump from this 30,000 foot overview and actually start stitching this bad boy into an actual ad and converting offer.
Cool. On YouTube, Nolan Rollo says, the biggest challenge I have is thinking of content to capture the attention of my audience. So content, I guess the copy and creative is one of his biggest challenges.
Yes, and yes. So in this case, if we're able to speak to someone's problem, then that's kind of the way that you want to frame. However, the copy is. In fact, I think I wrote down here. There's a few different ways that you can frame things, right? So the ad copy and image creative you could lead with the problem. You could lead with the solution. You could lead with the offer that solves the problem. You could move people toward pleasure, like the fixed system. Imagine having a fixed system. Imagine actually turning on your DVR and your cameras, and you see all the cameras on your monitor and not black squares. Or moving away from pain. I remember that one time when the police officer asked if he could get the footage from the incident that happened when such and such happened, and I red-faced, I couldn't pull up the footage that he was looking for. I will make sure that never happens again. So these are the kinds of ways that you can frame your copy, your creative, to address, right? Either moving towards pleasure, that end result, end state, move away from pain, something that was embarrassing or something that you don't want to live through again. And then how to lead, whether that's with the problem or the solution. All right, so that should help you come up with some ideas, and you can even think of like imaginary ideas where what's the end state, the pleasurable thing, and what's the worst state, the most painful thing. If I don't take care of this, if I don't address this, if it's not fixed, what's going to happen, or what may have already happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said, I think like a low voltage installer. I don't think like a small business owner with problems. So, yeah, putting yourself in the avatar's shoes is key. But in my experience, I guess more so on the organic side is like you don't even know what's going to go like viral or what's going to capture and stop the scroll. It's just like you got to put out a massive amount of content to figure those things out and test.
Yeah, it's all testing, isn't it? I mean, marketing is truly testing. It's like there's all these frameworks and try and fit things into it, but then what you don't know until you get it out there and really start testing it, right?
Right.
Yeah, great point, Blake. And on the organic side, you get to kind of get that organic feedback and see those views of, oh, this one resonated, or that one I thought that was going to kill it and did nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of easier with organic. It's slower with organic, but at the same time, you don't see your bank account draining with organic. So.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Sweet.
So our hope today is also to help give you some shortcuts in this process.
Absolutely. Here, let me give you this PDF so you can include it in the giveaway here, and hopefully this is a good shortcut for everybody. Let me get the right link in this guy. Copy the link here. We're gonna actually put this right where it needs to go down here, and let me give the PDF to you. We can stop. I'll stop sharing there. I'll get the PDF over to you, Christina, and then Blake, I'll let you go ahead and just send us off into a Happy New Year weekend.
That's right. It's going to be an exciting new year in Nashville. We have the note drop. It's right outside in my front yard. 300,000 people. I can hear the music system testing right now. It's going to be out of control, but I'm excited. So hope you guys have a great new year. We will drop the links in the comment section, right, Christina? I think you usually do that in the comment. Sweet. Yeah, so that was great. I'm excited for the next session. It's because it's going to get a little more advanced, and hopefully we can do some more Facebook and Instagram ad stuff, and maybe hiring people out to do it in the future on how to do that. So cool. I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching.